So the first topic I'm going to talk about is that Beetlejuice opened to 110. It also broke some records, which I'm going to go over. So the records it broke was that's the second best opening ever in September, the third biggest opening of 2024, the second biggest opening for Tim Burton film, and biggest opening for Winona Ryder and Jenna Ortega as leads for a movie. And I'm not surprised this movie opened big. I mean, this movie's getting positive word of mouth. The marketing, I think, has been fantastic for this movie. There's no negative press for anything with any actors. I think, that, like I said, the trailers have done a great job of really marketing and advertising this movie and getting people excited for it. And it's just, The Wizard of Beetlejuice is just a beloved movie. I mean, I think people have been waiting decades to see a Beetlejuice sequel. So I felt like they just did a great job. Just the excitement for it when it comes to how long people have been waiting, when it comes to the marketing, the trailers, like I said, look really good. So this is a movie that deserves to have a big opening. So I'm not surprised it had a big opening. I think this movie's definitely going to stay number one for a couple weeks this month. I think it'll probably get dethroned when Transformers One comes out, but I think this movie's definitely number one coming up next weekend. Like, this is a movie that deserves to make all the money, and I'm glad this movie did so well. Like, this movie's already made more than the original Beetlejuice movie was made 75 altogether box office wise, and this movie Beetlejuice cost 100, and it's already made 145 altogether. So it's already made more than its budget. So I definitely see this movie having legs with the word of mouth it's getting, and I think this is a movie that people are gonna go constantly, repeatedly go back to see again and again. So I'm happy as a Beetlejuice fan, as somebody who loved the new movie. And like I said on my review for my movie, go check out in the theaters. It's, my opinion, definitely worth it, and personally for me, one of my favorite movies this year. The next topic I want to talk about is Smile 2 put out a new trailer. I thought this was a great trailer. What I really love about this trailer is that we get more into the story of the idea that the lead character in this movie, the main actress who was from Aladdin and played Kimberly in the 2017 Power Rangers movie. I love the fact in this trailer we see that she meets some guy who's like helping out, and it seems like there's some way to stop this from from her being killed, because he's talking about how everybody's only survived a week. So it makes me think we're gonna learn more about this whole curse that gets passed on to people in the Wisdom movie. Because I love the Wisdom Spa movie. The only thing I'm worried about is that I hope, like, if we learn more information about this monster in this movie, Smile 2, when it comes to this curse that's passed on to everybody, and just I hope we don't learn too much where it makes it like convoluted or less interesting, but I am excited by that element of it, that it seems like we're going to learn more about this in the sequel. And overall, I just think this was a great trailer. Again, I think the whole smile and seeing people smile is so creepy. I think the lead actress is a great actress, and to me, like, I'm a fan of her, and I'm always excited to see what she does in movies. Like, I really enjoyed 2017 Power Rangers movie. I think she was a great Kimberly, and I loved the Aladdin live action movie. And every time I've seen her, and she's always been great. And even in a movie like Charlie's Angels, even the Charlie's Angels movies, I wasn't a fan of. I still think she was great for what she was given in that movie. But like I said, I love the first Smile movie, so I'm really excited for Smile 2 personally. The next topic I want to talk about is Alien Romulus has become the second highest grossing Alien movie in this franchise, which is great to see. It seems like people are going back to see it again and again. And this movie has made over 300, like I believe in the 312 to 315 area. And the movie only cost 80, because I know originally it was going to be a Hulu movie. But it's great to see the Alien franchise get back on track. Like, second highest grossing Alien movie in the franchise. I know Prometheus made over 400, so that's still the highest, but it's great to see people going back to see it again and again, and it's just great to see the Alien franchise have some life. And I loved Alien Romulus. Is it a perfect movie? No. Like I said in my review, I think there was one particular line when it comes to a callback I felt like you didn't need, and maybe did a little bit too many callbacks. And the last 10 to 15 minutes, I have to rewatch the movie again to see if I still feel the same way. But overall, I thought it was a great return to form with the Alien franchise, and I thought overall it was a great Alien movie, and it actually made me excited for the future of the Alien franchise again. But it's great to see this movie is become the second highest grossing Alien movie, and if you haven't seen Alien Wildness, go check that out in theaters if you haven't. The next thing I want to talk about is the Wolfman trailer. With I thought overall, this is a teaser. I thought overall it was okay. I thought it was a decent teaser. Like, the only reason I have slight interest in this movie is because the director who directed this is the same director who did The Invisible Man, which I loved, and did Upgrade, which I loved. And I believe this director Sidious 3, which I wasn't a fan of, but so far, out of the 3 movies he's done, this director, I love 2 of his movies, and one being not a fan of. But coming off of Upgrade and Invisible Man, I love both of those movies, and that's the only reason why I have a slight interest in the Wolfman movie, and because I'm a horror fan, I'm always looking for a good werewolf movie. And I know what I thought this was a teaser. Just I didn't feel like it showed enough to get me excited, but I also didn't think it was a terrible teaser. I just felt kind of like middle of the road to me with this teaser, and I know it was shown like the actual look for the creature and like some like it was shown online. Somebody like in the Wolfman costume, that what the Wolfman's gonna look like in this movie. I'm not a fan of how it looked from what I saw. You don't see the Wolfman in the trailer, and I'm assuming the video that you see at that like horror, I don't know if it was at some horror convention or something like that, where they had you can find a video where somebody was wearing where they reviewed like the look of the Wolfman for this movie, and it looks kind of, I'm not a fan of it. And they don't show the Wolfman in this trailer, so I can't really, maybe it looks slightly better in the movie. But overall, when it comes to just this trailer, I thought the trailer was okay. Like, I wasn't blown away by it. I didn't hate it either. I was just kind of like in the middle, and it's not like one of my most anticipated movies coming out next year. And really, the only thing, like I said, that has my interest is because of the director when it comes to Upgrade and Invisible Man, which are 2 movies that I love. Next thing I want to talk about is Megalopolis, which is which I've seen trailers for it, and this movie is projecting to make $5 to $6 million, which I'm not surprised. And this is gonna be really bad for this movie because this movie Megalopolis has costs like 120. Plus, I think the director put their own money up for this movie too, and you gotta count the marketing into the budget too. And I don't think anybody really is excited for this movie. And I don't think the trailers have looked all that great. And I don't think the trailers have done a good job of showing you what this movie's supposed to be about. It just looks very weird. So I think this movie's going to be a huge bomb. I mean, look, I could be wrong. Maybe last minute it will these are just tracking. These are just like early tracking with this. And sometimes the tracking for movies can be way off. It can be completely on point, or they can go much higher. But I mean, the fact this movie's tracking between $5 to $6 million, this movie costs like 120 plus marketing, and the director putting their own money into this movie. I give the director credit for being bold when you want to put your own money into a movie that you feel passionate about that you're making, but at the same time, that's like you're really taking a gamble there, and I just don't see this movie Megalopolis doing all that well. So that's all my thoughts on the movie topics. Until next time, movie fans.